time as he moves through his first year. Maybe, just maybe, he can pick things up and finish the season strong.
And it's been a battle for him so far in his rookie campaign. You've got to give him credit, though, for the way he's fought through the adversity.
Absolutely. I mean, his confidence has taken some hits along the way, but to his credit, he's hung in there pretty good.
Here's the starting group for the Charlotte Hornets. They've got Miller. Warning is out there with Johnson. Then it's Ball, and it's Wallace in at the 2. And for the Hawks, they've got Landry Shamet, Isaac out there with Hunter. And it's Young, and it's Jaquez in at the small forward. And one thing, Greg, you notice about both these teams, they look to play through the passing game.
And all the better for us. I mean, as fans of the game, seeing that kind of flow and teamwork, it just makes the game fun to watch.
Van Exel's checked in for the Hornets. Well, the last time, GA, the Hornets made the playoffs was back in 2016.
And that was during Steve Clifford's first stint with the organization. I'm sure that played a factor in their decision to bring him back as head coach.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
Ball, and it's good for 2.
You know, possessing outstanding height at his position, Ball excels at using that size and his body control to convert through contact.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
You know, he's been one of those players, they've won it on the line as much as possible this season, especially in close games, guys.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
Perhaps he's set for a big night. I mean, he can be a difference maker for him when he's on his game.
Ball, the pass to Johnson, and it's Jonathan Isaac with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And, guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Williams, he's checked in for Wallace. Now, here's Ball. After the miss from Trae Young. Ball kicks to Johnson. Back to Ball. They set the pick. And the Hornets miss again. The Hawks have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Hunter. Passes it to Shamet. Here's Jaquez. And he's good on the 3-ball. Jaquez has got 5.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Ball's never seen a shot he didn't like now. That includes the corner.
And here's Young. Following LaMelo Ball's 3. Sinks the triple. 8 points for him.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Now, here's Hunter. He averages over 27 points a game and seems to always find a way to score.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Hey, that's the defense's fault right there. I mean, you got to push Mourning much farther away than that.
And one thing with LaMelo, Clark, he has so much length at that point guard position.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, he's listed at 6'7", but he's got a much bigger wingspan than that, which allows him to effectively throw passes over the top, and I think it helps with him being disruptive as a defender, too.
And a great time to check out the power rankings, see how the teams are stacking up across the league. Take a look at the Warriors. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And you know, right now, Atlanta, they just understand how good they really are. One of the biggest hurdles is to avoid complacency, though, down the stretch.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. There's the screen. Young from outside. Johnson with the rebound. Hornets trail by 10. Pass the ball. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. You've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on moving the ball, working to rotate around the defense and find those quality looks.
Kicks it out to Johnson. 6 on the shot clock. Charlotte needs to get a shot off. Here's Van Exel. It's blocked. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. With the All-Star game almost near, let's see how the East is shaking out. Taking a look at Atlanta. Quite a season they've assembled here, guys. Perched up there in first place and playing terrific basketball game in and game out. And, of course, the Charlotte Hornets. Just need to take it a game at a time. And the Hornets making a change here. Young against Van Exel. Pass to Shamet. Here's Isaac. Hands it from downtown. Isaac's got 8 points.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Now, here is Young. Last game we saw him score 13. Hunter, the pass to Isaac. And again, Atlanta with the triple.
Their 3rd three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Van Exel dishes to Johnson with his first shot attempt, and that one good.
Van Exel, a shooting guard and a point guard's body, that time creating for his teammate.
And then Isaac slams it in.
Well, I tell you what, Jonathan Isaac, a spectacular athlete, and shows you just how spectacular with that throwdown.
Dick, and the dunk by Dick.
Strong to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Here's Williams, following the basket by Trae Young. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Johnson against Isaac. He kicks it to Hunter. With 4 seconds on the clock, and the layup is good. Hunter's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Their play on both ends.
Oh, he got it!
Nice call.
He beats the buzzer!
Count it up.
Oh, big time shot!
How about that? Woo. Yo!
Wow, what a way to finish up the quarter.
That's an impossible shot, man, even when you don't have the clock to worry about.
Jonathan Isaac, he has been the guy making things happen, guys, for the Atlanta Hawks. He delivered 9 points from three-point range that quarter. Terrific work from distance. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, we've seen the Hawks really take control here.
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
Black is... Oh, my, what a play.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
Boy, and I used to love going up and jamming it down like that, guys.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, LaMelo Ball is young, but he certainly has words of wisdom already. He says, everybody always asks me, what's my slogan? 2 words, be you. You just got to be you from the jump, and whatever's supposed to happen is going to happen. If you ain't you, you're already lost. That's a fact. Kevin?
Yeah, that's right. More than comfortable in his own skin. David, thank you. Koulibaly, no good.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Bucket is good. And the Hawks lead by 19.
You know, even against tight defense, Murray has a number of ways he can score inside. He's not the strongest guy there, but he's flexible and creative.
Charlotte calls timeout. And the Hornets making a change here. Thor's checked in. A moment now to check out who's leading in the All-Star voting.
And a lot of fans and players interested to see how this thing all turns out.
You take a look at Hunter. Right now he leads in the East, getting plenty of ballots with his name on it.
And as much of an honor as it is to make the team, finishing number 1, I think is just that much bigger.
And we'll keep you posted as the voting continues. Ball kicks to Van Exel. Here's Thor. And nothing is falling for him right now. The Hawks leading by 19 points. The pass to Hunter. And it's Hunter with the jam.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time.
Not when he can throw it down like that. Boom!
Here we are, Clark, just about midway through the season, and the cream of the crop is starting to show itself.
You know, Kevin, this is where we get an idea of which teams are really kind of cruising into the playoffs, hitting their stride, if you will. On the other hand, there are some teams trying to kick it into a higher gear.
And that one is good.
And with that one, it ends an 11-0 run by the Hawks.
Launches a 3. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
He's picking up right where he left off in the first quarter.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Williams. Got a hand on it.
Substitution on the court.
How about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball? Passes it to Morning. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Cornette. Goes up again. No luck, they battled on the glass, but couldn't knock it down. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for Atlanta. They lead by 24, their biggest margin.
He's a big reason why they have the lead right now. He's made all of his field goal attempts thus far and remains hot from the floor.
Out of bounds, it'll go to the Hawks.
And let's take a look now at the numbers for DeJounte Murray. A strong stretch of play the last 10 games. And he sits in the top 15 in points per game. An absolute powerhouse offensively.
And back to his phenomenal efficiency from 3, top 10 in the league. His consistent shooting creates so many openings in the defense. Wallace, the pass to Ball. There's Miller with the 3. Rebounded by the Hawks. Hunter's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And he gets it to go. Murray's got 4 this quarter.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
And the Hornets call time here. Van Exel's checked in for Ball. And let's bring up a list of some of the NBA's hottest players. Among shooting guards, these are the leading scorers over the course of the last month. Second, DeJounte Murray.
And night after night, we see this group punish opposing defenses. I mean, if you pick one way to deal with them, they'll beat you another way.
Yeah, you don't have to take a long look at their point totals to see that this is the premier group of scorers at the premier scoring position in the NBA. Shooting guards can flat out bring it.
Sweet move. Hornets with the rebound. Last time they met was in Charlotte.
It wasn't even close in their last matchup. And their offense just wasn't ready to compete at that level.
And I really think they've got to find a way to produce easier baskets. I mean, whether they do it by running in transition or getting to the free throw line, they don't want a repeat of that past performance.
Stolen. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. And good that time. Murray's got 6.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
Johnson sets the screen for Miller. There's Larry Johnson on the assist by Miller.
Once Larry Johnson has the rock in close, you might as well put up 2 on the scoreboard.
Black kicks to Hunter. Murray dishes to Black. Shoots over Van Exel. Again, the Hawks good for 2.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Well, you know, it's been all high percentage shot for them so far. I mean, just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
Here's Wallace, and Wallace slams it in.
And Kevin, lots of standing around and watching. by the defense that time.
And he makes them pay, doesn't he, Greg, with that emphatic slam.
And, guys, that'll get his heart rate up a little bit, I can tell you that. Watch out. He can be a dangerous player when his motor is revved up that way.
Van Exel, no good.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Hawks on top, just dominating this one. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Clifford. What was the biggest problem for your guys in the first half?
Well, you know what? We're a defensive team first, and we've been good defensively. We've been organized. We weren't that in that first half, and that's what we got to concentrate on to get the game going back our way.
See if you revert back to your form in the second half. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
Hey everybody, always a fascinating story. Our first order of business. Let's catch you up on some trades around the league. Hey, I was wondering, after the show, you guys doing anything?
That depends.
Well, I got 3 free tickets to Golf and Grill. Includes the go-karts, the batting cages, and they got smoked ribs.
Why, is this the first time I'm hearing about this?
Probably because you don't own the place. Now let's talk about that first half. It's been a runaway success for the Atlanta Hawks.
Well, I mean, it's easy to see why they're up big. They know how to use their size, their athleticism to wear their opponent down. And you look at their rebounding numbers, it's incredible.
Showing a lot of this, and this,
Ooh,
and another one,
whoa, you've been
and
working
2
out.
biceps at once.
Wow.
I'm tired.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Hornets. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. That'll be the first of 4 played at home for them. And Charlotte looking at who they've got. Johnson is out there with Miller. Then there's Mourning. Then there's Wallace. And it's Ball in at the point. And for the Hornets, they're shooting just 34% from the floor. Johnson sets the screen for Ball. Nice move. He lays it in. Ball's got the first points of the second half here for the Hornets.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And the step back, Black grabs the board. And you have to like how they're moving the ball right now.
Snappy passes to ready shooters. It's basketball 101, but boy, is it working.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you very much. The Hornets want to play with tempo. Coach Steve Clifford said offense starts with playing through the strengths of your best players. LaMelo Ball is a great talent with a passion for the game and a flair for playing in the open court. We want to take advantage of that. Kevin?
Yeah, makes sense. David, thanks. So, Clark, here we are, adding tournaments in the Summer League, the in-season, the play-in tournament. The league is creating more elimination-type games in the schedule.
Yeah, I think it's been good. Well received. It's enhanced the games. I think the fans enjoy it. I think the players actually enjoy it, particularly the young players, because they've seen it in other sports leagues. So competing under higher pressure for greater stakes more often, I think overall is a good thing. Well, you look at that situation. He thought he could keep Murray from converting if he got physical with him. You better think again.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Pass to Mourning. Back to Ball. And it's sent back by Okongwu.
The edge on on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Johnson, the pass to Ball. Young for three. That's in there. Murray with the assist. Murray's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Pass to Mourning, and it's blocked, and he stays with it to end the run. Yes, that goes in. Mourning's got 6.
Yeah, and Mourning just a beast on the glass, using that muscular frame to get into prime position there on the board.
It's good from long range.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Ball with a wide open look. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. 13 points in the game.
A lot of different ways to knock down shots, and Ball's form is certainly unorthodox, but it works for him, and he's got a really quick release that allows him to get it off.
How frustrating for the defense. You get the stop, but then fail to block out.
Well, you know, that's the way it's going to be for them today, fellas. Can't sustain any momentum.
Ball feeling it out a bit. 6 to shoot. Johnson with a screen on Hachimura. Tries it from 9. Again, the Hornets score.
And Johnson can just flat out get it going on offense. Excellent at cashing in from there.
Young against Ball. Here's Hunter. Oh, my goodness. What a play.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure.
Yes, indeed. Let's just call him ladder climber.
And Young kicks to Hunter. Tapped in, coming off the assist from Young. And that's 21 points for Big Dog.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Hawks.
I'm in love with how they're moving the basketball all game long, and also their ability to move without the ball. That style just makes it so difficult to defend.
And I love the fact they kept the pressure on, really pushing that ball, running it up the floor. I love seeing that, a team staying aggressive even when they're playing well.
Murray kicks to Young. Nailed from three-point land. Young's got 6 here in this quarter.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now. He's really been on a roll this quarter. Seems like everything he throws up is finding bottom.
Van Exel against Young. Pass to Coulibaly. Charlotte no good that time either. And so it's Young who brings it up for the Hawks. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Hunter kicks to Okongwu. Over Williams. And there's Okongwu. That's good on the assist by Hunter. Hunter's got his 7th assist here tonight. Shot to stop the run. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Hey, Van Exel can put defenders in a pickle, a torture chamber, including finding ways to draw the whistle while shooting.
This is his first chance at the line tonight. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Atlanta's gone 4 of 6 from three-point land since the start of the second half. Hunter, the pass to Hachimura. And again, Atlanta with the triple.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
As a leader, you've got to know when your team needs a response. Young gets that, and great three to answer right back.
And so it's Atlanta, enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. We come back right after this. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. And for the Hawks, their shooting has been sensational, 75% for the game. In the backcourt, it's the stars, Young and Murray. Hachimura out there with Okongwu. And it's Hunter in at the 5 spot. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. And it's denied. Williams, that's good.
Mark Williams.
And here's Young. Kicks it to Hunter. Williams with the block. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
Such great timing, defensive awareness, too. When you have to face a defender that can reject you like this, it certainly can change your approach.
And the Hornets making a change here. Thor's checked in. Murray for 3. A second chance effort. Lets it go from deep. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got 6 rebounds now in the game. And it's out of bounds. The Hornets able to retain possession here. Williams, he's checked in for the Hornets. Pass to Coulibaly. It's tipped, and he gets it back. They set the pick. Here's Van Exel. Drains the 19-footer.
Lefties always look better shooting it, and Van Exel is a smooth shooting lefty for sure.
Here's Coulibaly. He's covered by Hachimura.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Van Exel passes to Williams. He dishes it to Ball. Back to Williams. Charlotte moving it around. Again with the block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. Yep, that one goes.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Young passes to Hunter. And it's Hunter with the jam.
An excellent ball movement. Young being unselfish.
There's Ball with the 3. Again, Ball missing. Atlanta's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Young dishes to Okongwu. Over Williams. A shot by Okongwu, no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Ball with the bucket.
And he's finally getting the feel from beyond. His second 3 of the half right there.
Young finds Hachimura. And the rebound goes to the Hornets.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face. How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
Ball with the bucket.
Boy, he's been a different player here in the second half, looking much more comfortable on the offensive end.
Here's Hunter. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And these days, you know, Clark, the trade for a star player takes a stockpile of draft picks, doesn't it?
Well, that seems to be the one way you can assure yourself of getting a proven star somewhere in the area of his prime. You know, and it doesn't always work out for both parties. Teams typically, in that case, would have to mortgage a bit of their future to get a player of that caliber. So it is tilted towards more risk than reward in most of those scenarios.
Just great anticipation. by Young. He just sees the play developing, knows exactly where he wants to go with the ball.
To the middle. Fader on the way. There's Larry Johnson on the assist by Ball. And it's 8 points for Johnson.
You know, maybe save that fadeaway move for when he really needs it.
Ball, the pass to Van Exel. Ball with the bucket.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Okongwu with a screen on Van Exel. Young finds Okongwu.
What a play by Young. Out of that pick and roll, does a great job with his decision making.
Charlotte has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Van Exel passes the Ball. Williams sets a screen for Ball. Floats it up for Williams. And stolen by Hunter. Murray dishes to Hunter. Over Williams. Again, the Hawks good for 2.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days. I tell you what, guys, there's not much more he can do. I mean, he's been on fire, yet they still trail in this game.
And then Hunter with the jam.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
So, Clark, we know you're very familiar with the college game. How do you think the one-and-done rule has worked out so far?
You know, not as it was intended to, Kevin. I mean, in some ways, the chance to see guys like Durant and others play in college for a year was better than not having them there. But I think it's also created this expectation that if you're not a one and done, that you've somehow failed. And that's detrimental to the psyche of young players.
And that one's good. Hachimura.
Just solid with the jump shot. Hachimura helps your offense in a number of ways. In that case, spacing the floor.
For the finish.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrapper.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
Platinum level highlight reel material. That is Showtime stuff there.
Here's Hunter. The basket good. Off the assist from Young. 34 points for Big Dog.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working. And that's what I say. Keep the pressure on them.
And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge,